it reminds me of what one of my friends says. He's my tattoo artist, Nick. He says, the problem with online media is that it removes what he calls the punch in the face filter. So like when you're talking to a real human being in person, all of us have I might get punched in the face filter if I say this. But once you get on the screen, you become the keyboard warrior or the smartphone warrior, and that filter goes away. I'm punching somebody in the face and I don't even realize that I'm doing that. And because the screen mediates in such a way that I don't see the very real effects that it has on people.
I think that the local level is less prone to these things. It's not prone to these things, but it's much more difficult to dehumanize your neighbors, people who live in your actual town, who you will bump into at the post office or the cafe, than it is to do to people on the internet. And so even though everyone in my little town is still very online, if you want to know what's going on in Brighton, don't ask a counselor. You go to the Facebook page, so that still very much happens here. And that's where all of the nastiness is. There might be a lot of people, talking about local politics in the local Facebook group, but nobody comes to council with it. And we would love for them to come to council. Our gallery is empty. We get 2 guys who come every week. And it's the same guys. They're lovely people. All of the complainers stay home, which is to me a sign of progress. It's a sign that we are not sensational enough to draw people out of their homes to watch just bicker with each other, which is wonderful.
Yeah. And the tricky thing about the internet is that speaks to one of the structural problems. The other structural problem is that a lot of the traffic, a lot of the engagement, a lot of the presence is inorganic. It's strategic. It may be even geopolitically strategic, and it's designed that way to disrupt. So that we could talk about how do we navigate these spaces, how do we create norms, how do we humanize, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's extraordinarily important. And yet there's this section of it that might account for, I've seen different studies and different claims, but 20, 30, 40, 50% of internet traffic, which is just phony baloney. It's server farms, and bots and geopolitical posturing by Russia, China, the United States. Let's not kid ourselves. North Korea or whomever, right? We shouldn't think that there are any powerful states that are above it. And so a lot of this is just server farms fighting each other and fighting us and us fighting them. And we fall for it sometimes. And so that doesn't exist, certainly not at scale offline. People offline are literally human beings, even if they are being inauthentic. They aren't computer programs. And so as much as some might seem like they are.